Hi. So in a previous video, I shared this massive art haul where I have all these supplies and I determined, okay, I'm going to use them. So today I'm using these soft pastels. And whew, let me tell you, within probably less than 5 minutes, I determined this was probably a huge mistake. So I'm gonna unbox, swatch, sketch, and paint, and then you'll have to stick around to the end to see what happens. Okay, so I'm really excited to see what these are like. These Arteza soft pastels in 72 colors. And okay, let's see. How do you get this open? It's really heavy, like really heavy. Okay. Oh, the packaging is actually nice. Okay, here we go. Ooh. All right, let's see. I'll put this over here. Wow, pretty colors. Ooh, I love the colors. Okay, now how does this work? I don't know. How do you get, whoa, how do you get them out of here? Oh, it's like little, okay. Put those here, here. I assume there's more underneath here. Yeah, because this is a tray. Put that over there, and here, some more. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Uh-oh. Let me try to get them out, all the different trays out, and then after I do that, we can look a little. Oh, so that's pretty cool. Let me see how I can get them all on screen. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to get them all on screen, but wow, I like the colors. Okay, so here's the first one. And it looks like they give you 2 whites, which was good. That's the second one. Next one. Ooh, I'm excited to have all these colors. What these are like, I guess, neon. Those are nice. Those. And then these. Okay. All right, now. Okay, so this is not that aesthetically pleasing, but I don't know how to get them all in here. It is what it is. But okay, so next I'm gonna use, I have some pastel paper and I'm gonna see how this works. And there's these different colors. So I don't know, I don't know for what reason, it doesn't really show that well here, but I'm kind of drawn to this color. So I think, or maybe that color. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Let me choose a color. And then first thing I'm going to do is swatch. So yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, I decided I'm going to go with this color. And I'm going to first, because soft pastels are new to me, the first thing I'm going to do is swatch the colors. So here we go. Oh, Yeah, this is just like using, it's like using chalk. A lot of dust. Ooh, okay. And of course, I don't have a rag near me. What was I thinking? Um, okay, hold on for a second. Okay, so I'm back. So I've heard that they're messy and it's basically like using chalk. I don't know, but for whatever reason, I kind of thought people were some people were exaggerating, but no, it really is like chalk. Okay, well, let's see. Let's keep going. Um, I don't know. It's just weird. Oh boy. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. This is definitely gonna be interesting. um, I'm definitely not going to swatch all of these on camera, but oh wow, look at all that dust. Oh boy. I mean, I guess you use it to your advantage, but oof. Okay. Let me do those colors are very similar. Well, no, that one I guess is darker. But wow, they leave a lot of dust. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Well, we gotta see. You know, I have allergies, so I don't think I heard of anybody complaining that they trigger their allergies. I mean, it's not making me cough or anything, but it's a lot of dust. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to do the rest off camera and then I'll be back. Okay, so this is why swatching is so important because, whoa, as it stands, I'm not really feeling these. I don't know. They're very messy. It gets chalk dust everywhere. I mean, like, I had to get like a bag to, I'm reaching for it. I got a bag to like put the dust in because when I was swiping it, that was causing a problem. So I've been like shaking it into the bag. I don't know. And then it is making, the dust is kind of making me, I don't know, maybe maybe I'm overreacting, but it seems like the dust is making me choke a little bit. But yeah, they are extremely dusty, messy. It's smearing. You see my hands. And then I tried to like see about how the blending works. So this was a yellow and a blue, and this was like a red and a yellow. I mean, I guess they mix okay. Yeah, I was trying to see about lines, doing some lines with them, but you can see all that. You see all of that. That's the dust where it's smeared. I mean, like they smear a lot. Um, I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I have them, so I'm gonna try them out. Um, one of them broke while I was using them, but I guess while I'm working, I'm going to want them broken anyway, probably to get in certain areas. But so only one broke out of all of them when I was swatching them. And then when I got to the, I mentioned that there were two whites. There are two whites. There are also, I didn't realize, two blacks. And I was trying to make sure these were the same. And then while I was doing that, I realized when turning them that the colors are on them. Can you see that? The colors are on there. But I don't know what good that's going to do because I don't know. This paper is it's really thin. And once they break, there's nowhere to really put it. So, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I know I'm sounding a bit negative, but I don't know, maybe I want to try to do a portrait and we'll see. Hopefully I can work something out with this. I want it to be a colorful portrait because I have so many colors to work with, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not feeling that great about this right now. I finally started sketching. So right now I'm trying to get used to using this soft pastel because it's so chunky and the shape of it. I'm trying to figure out how to use it to sketch with. And what I'm doing is trying to turn it where I can use like the point or corner for sketching. This reference is from Unsplash. It's a beautiful reference. And I decided to start with the eyes, which is what I usually do. You can see that I'm going pretty slow here, but it'll speed up right here. So looking at this now while doing this voiceover, I can see the proportions are off. I have the nose and the lips extended out too far. But while I was doing it, I couldn't really see that. So I continue on with the sketch. At this point, I need to get rid of some of this dust. So I'm tapping it into this bag. I decide, okay, I'm not, I want to try again. So I decide to do another sketch and a second attempt. And if you can see that there's a slight difference in these two pastels. One is darker. And the reason I pulled out the darker one was I decided, well, since I couldn't erase, that I would use the darker one to put the lines where I really wanted them. Okay, so here's sketch 1 and here's sketch 2. And I decide I'm going to go with sketch 2. In the beginning of the video, I talked about how I wanted this to be a colorful portrait. So right here, I'm trying to figure out which colors I'm going to use. So this color here, I want to use in the highlighted areas. So I'm looking at the reference and putting in, and then right here, I decide, okay, I have these cosmetic sponges. Maybe I can use these for blending. So I'll pull out different ones. And then I go back to putting in the highlighted areas. So during this time, I'm just choosing colors randomly. There's no real rhyme or reason to the colors I'm picking other than the fact that I'm choosing lights and darks. But again, I wanted it to be colorful and I just wanted to try something different. So I'm using these different colors. I'm trying to blend with the sponges. But, you know, like here, I'm using, what is this? An eyeshadow, an eyeshadow sponge, and it did not work. It just wasn't working. So I go in with my base skin tone color. Okay, and I'm thinking, okay, that helps a little. Then I move on to the hair. And the hair, I want to make sure so it doesn't look flat that I use not just black, but black, purples, blue, different colors to give it her hair some dimension. And then I start using my finger to blend. And of course, this helps a lot to me. It helps a lot. And I determined that my fingers are basically the best tool for blending. It's messy, but it works. Here I use the background color, this bright pink, to carve out better the outline of her face. Is the proportion is off, so I've tried to use that background pink to, you know, carve out a better shape. And so here I'm really trying to work on the outer proportions of her face, and then I go into her eyes, and it's difficult because, again, these soft pastels are kind of chunky. So I'm trying to just lay in the different colors and put in the lights and darks and blend with my finger. And, you know, it's a little frustrating here. Well, actually quite frustrating, because I have an idea in my head of what I want it to look like, and I'm struggling trying to get it to where I want it to be. And these are new to me. These, I don't know, these soft pastels are just really, ugh. So I decide, okay, let me stop working on the face and go to the hair, do some more on the hair. So I'm adding in darker, I'm using the black to add in darker sections to give her hair more dimension. This is in real time, but it will speed up in a moment. In a moment, I get a message, my storage is full. So I have to finish doing some work off camera. I get it to this point, and then I start adding in highlights. And the highlights, adding in here is where my finger, one of my dirty fingers, touches near the nose area. Again, messy, but I work on it and fix it. I add in more highlights, and this is the final piece. There are definitely a lot of things that I would change, but I'm done. So, do I regret buying these? Not really. You know, I tried something new. It was out of my comfort zone. They're extremely messy. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they are extremely messy. And I don't think I'll be using them anytime soon, but I will try them again. So, you know, anyone out there who uses soft pastels regularly, or, you know, anyone that has any tips, please share them with me, and for anyone else out there who might want some tips, because, you know, I have them, so I would like to use them again. But again, that chalk dust, oh, how do you deal with it? If you use these a lot, how do you deal with it? And then any tips and suggestions on blending and layering, because I was really struggling with that as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It's free, and it really does help my channel. Thanks again for watching.